facilitating on your side. So I would not be sitting on this side and facilitating this side. So but she's gonna roll away from you. So you'll watch it. Have y'all had neuro yet?
Yes.
And
We
has
had it
Mary
this
Lou
summer.
taught your lab? Did Mary Lou teach your lab? Who taught your lab?
Mary Lou comes in for guest labs. We didn't have a lab for neuro, but we have a lab for adult.
Adult rehab. So, so that's gonna be the same.
She'll be doing that this Friday.
Oh my gosh, so that's actually kind of nice. Now, if Mary Lou tells you something else, she's like the be-all, end-all therapist. So, but it is a little different for adults than kids. So your hand placement for Mary Lou might be a little different than I'm going to teach it for a kid, even though I'm on, I'm facilitating on an adult. So Mary Lou is phenomenal. You're going to love her, but just keep in mind, I am a PEDS therapist, so my hand placement on a little baby is different than on an adult. But the placement, and I don't expect y'all to be perfect, I just expect y'all to do the basics, if that makes sense. So the key component of this is, so you're gonna hip flexion and knee flexion above 90. So if you start them down here and her hip is not above 90, she's not, it is gonna be very difficult. So I'm gonna rotate her up, roll her over, and up. So what I got out of that, I rotated her over, she got a trunk rotation, she pushed up, went to her elbow, and she pushed up with her hand and used her core. Lay back down. Please and thank you. Did that make sense? So it's pretty, now if I look, I don't know that I'll get her. If I don't go to 90, I mean, it's hard to get someone up if you don't go past 90. That is because you're not getting good hip flexion and internal rotation, and so you're just not getting it. Lay back down one more time. Also, if we don't, okay, so hip flexion is a key. Also, if I don't rotate her over enough, so say I get enough hip flexion, but I don't rotate her over enough. Right, so I did not rotate her over enough, so I got hip flexion past 90, I rotate a little bit, and I'm like, oh, that's great, oh, ooh, ooh. We're not gonna move. So you do have to have past 90, rotate over, and extend. So you're gonna end up in a knee extension. Any questions with that? No? Anybody? Now listen, y'all are gonna have a lot of questions when we practice them, that's okay. All right, let's do the next one. Side sitting to quadruped. We'll do 3 and then I'll let somebody else. I mean, it doesn't matter if you want to be my subject for all of them, but I need you in a side sit, which is this. Can you face away from me? And we will use this stool. So for a kiddo, which is what I needed her to do, it is a little easier if we have their hands on a surface. That's a rolling surface. We would not use a rolling surface, but for practical purposes, we're gonna use a rolling surface. You know what I mean? Don't fall off that. But you want a stable surface. A lot of times I'll put toys up there because I want the kiddo to want to be engaged and want to come to sitting, to kneeling. What am I doing here? Side sitting to quadruped. I'm so sorry, get that out of the way. We're just going to quadruped. So we're gonna go to all fours from this position. So she's in a, what we would say a left side sit, and her legs are wind swept to the right. And we are gonna weight shift her. So we're gonna just put our hands on her glutes and around her hips. So think of babies here, ours are wider here on an adult. And we're gonna weight shift her forward and around. And then to get her back to side sitting, so our weight shift on this one is a posterior weight shift. So we're gonna posterior weight shift her and come back down. So we have weight shifter to the right, up and around, posterior and around, almost like a C, really, up and around, back and around, for side sitting to quadruped. Any questions with that? And it's fluid, like, and that's, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was to say, so on the way up, you give her like a forward C, like a normal, and then on the way down, it's backwards.
I think you'd go from the bottom to the top if you were doing from a, if we're looking at a C probably, because you're gonna go from here up and around.
Okay.
So I guess it'd be like upward C, and then back we're gonna posteriorly and then shift her around. But I can facilitate with I'm not using a lot of pressure. We're not forcing any of that. Does it feel like I'm giving too much of a pressure? You're really light touch, honestly, but enough pressure that they know to move their bodies. but it is not a forceful thing. Like with her, I was like, I'm not forcing this kid. She was not doing it. She's hanging out. But it's just a light, you know, we're just facilitating is really what we're doing. These are not, we're just guiding or facilitating, however you want to say it, to get these movements out. All right, so prone to prone on elbows to prone on extended elbows. So if you'll lay prone,
This way or towards you?
face up.